who is going to envision where we are going? Who is going to envision that? Who is going to, say, 50 years from now, this is what my village is going to look like. This is where our water will come from, right? This is where our food will come from. This is what we will be eating. This is what we will be thinking, right? This is what our schools, or how we will educate and raise leaders. This is what our economy is going to look like. And this is how we're going to treat each other. So I think about that a lot, and that's what we're trying to do in my community. But I think about that because I really want us all to be thinking about where we're going. Everybody in here deals with, we all know, I've raised 7 children. And I have to say new ones show up. And I bet a lot of other moms and aunties have the same thing. I have a house full of 18-year-old boys. And a lot of them do not have mothers. Opioid. Everybody here knows this story. And they are just beautiful young men that want hope. And they want to do something, and they have a right to do something beautiful. And to be those beautiful people. And so, I spent a lot of time just making sure that that's happening. So I'll tell you a couple stories about that, and then, but that is what I think is that we get caught in the present crisis. Everybody here, I'm easy to get caught in that. And then, and our girlfriends got to unload all their bags on us, I'm like, you let that go, girl. You know what I'm saying is that there's a lot of, continuous lateral stuff and drama. Oh my God, so much drama. And, but I think our goal has to be beautiful. And think where we're going and not caught in the drama. While we have to help our sisters heal and our communities heal, we don't want to be in a constant drama, right? Yeah. But you can only do your best, and you got to pray really hard, to have the right decisions. And then also, in your behavior. I was thinking about how a lot of you been around a while, and certainly my relative Eddie there, is this story about how, I used to observe sometimes that the AIM leadership, I felt like that they didn't really raise leaders. And I remember seeing, and I'm thinking that I wish that those guys would raise that next generation of young guys to speak, or to be in front of the microphone, or to be, right? And so I was, thinking about it, because I think that as women, we raise leaders. That's what we have to do. I was thinking about young women in my organization. I was at a meeting here a few days ago, and one of my staff pointed out that I also need to be careful to not be too critical of those young women. I'm always holding them to a really high standard, because I was held to a pretty high standard. But they're like, no, you got to make sure that they know that they have that permission to speak. And they have that courage, and I take that. Because I don't want to make the same mistakes of not raising this next generation of leaders, and whoever they are. But we have to provide that leadership, because people have not given themselves permission. And people are afraid. And a lot of people just drink way too much Kool-Aid. Right? Y'all know what I'm saying, right? Including our own people. And some of us have to say, this is where I think we're going. Some of us got to stick our necks out and do that. And if we, I'm so ready for the next economy. This last one did not work out well for us, right? And so we could go like this, like my Randy Zortman did, or we could say, this is what we're doing. And what I know is my tribe, we're on the cutting edge of this hemp industry. And while my rural local utility will not put up any solar this year, my tribe's going to put up 200 kilowatts, right? And we're going to build a solar thermal panel in a manufacturing facility. And then I'm going to build a hemp mill. That's what we're going to do, because, just like Mary Ellen said, is you got one dream, And what I also know is that a lot of people, like, I would say a lot of rich people too. I mean, like, we're funded largely by 1%. You know, and on one hand, a lot of these people have divested from fossil fuels because they can see the planet is baking. And we have catastrophes of biblical proportions going on. And what they want to do is they want to invest in the next economy. You know, and so to the extent that we need that capitalized, we need to have that vision on where we're going. But what I know about the next economy is many things. Is I know my friend Philip Whiteman, oh, my Cheyenne sister, you should probably know Philip Whiteman. He's visiting with me in New York, and he just like, we have this, like, I don't know, he just like comes up to me with like, has like some profound thing he's been waiting to tell me. He said, this economy is about competition. The next economy is about cooperation. You know, and that's what we need to do as Anishinaabe people, or as all of us. But my point is that for my community and for them young guys I hang with, like, to know that we have someplace we can go that is full of hope, that is not the same. You know, and I see these guys out there in the field, and you know, I'm proud. I'm proud to work with them. And I'm proud that you know, because I can have all the ideas in the world, but if you don't put your manao, or your heart and your back into it, you know, your prayers, and if you don't have like y'all gotta do it together, Mama. That's how you make those things happen. So that's kind of what I want to say. I'm so happy to be here with y'all. How you make things beautiful. So thank you, Miigwech. Thanks for your time.